Hiya, it's Jess. Let's make a king cake. This isn't gonna be a normal king cake. This is a recipe from my 7th grade home economics class. So if you're across the United States and you wanna make your own king cake, this is probably one of the easier ways to do it. You need canned biscuits, not buttermilk, but home style, eventually melted butter, cinnamon for the icing, powdered sugar, vanilla extract, and milk. And then for the sugar on top of the king cake, food coloring and granulated sugar. I might get roasted for this, but let's make a king cake. The first thing you do is grease the pan to make sure that the cake doesn't stick. The next thing you do is line your biscuits up overlapping so that you can use a rolling pin to smush them all into one piece of dough. After making the biscuits one long piece of dough, you're gonna take the melted butter and spread some of it in the middle of the dough. After that, you're gonna sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon and a little bit of sugar. There's no measurements, this was from 7th grade, I can't remember, but you use more cinnamon than sugar. Once you're finished with that, you're gonna pinch the edges together to make it into like a burrito. Then you do it 2 more times. I guess I should have mentioned you need 3 cans of biscuits. Each can of biscuit is going to be 1 strand of the braid of the dough. Once you have your cinnamon burritos on the baking dish, you do your best to braid them together. If some cinnamon leaks out, it's okay because king cakes are usually very cinnamony. Once you finish the braid, you then mash the 2 ends to make a circle, stretch it out a little bit, and I add extra butter on top. It then goes into the oven at 350 for 15 to 20 minutes, depending on your oven. You want it to be golden brown and not too doughy. While the king cake's in the oven, that's when I make my colored sugars. You need 3 bowls with the same amount of sugar in it. All you do is you add a little bit of food coloring to it and mix it up. Mix it up till you can't see any strong color anymore. And you do 3 bowls for the different colors of Mardi Gras: purple, green, and gold. It looks so good! Now it's time to make the icing. This is a very simple icing recipe. It's simply 1 cup powdered sugar, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 to 2 tablespoons of milk. This is a recipe you can play around with. If you want the icing to be thicker, add more powdered sugar. If you want it to be thinner, add more milk. I think that's good. So my icing didn't turn out quite white because I used brown vanilla extract. So it's a little creamy looking, but it'll work. Alright, I'm gonna decorate it now in this pan, and I'm gonna bring it to the pizza store and see what everyone thinks. When decorating a king cake, it gets pretty messy, but it's okay, that's what it's supposed to look like. You just drizzle the icing all over and throw the sugar wherever. The more icing that's on the sides, the better. There you go, a king cake you can make anywhere. I hope it's good. Smells like king cake. We'll see.